Should be good to go.
Okay, let me just refresh over here. And we are go.
All right, we live. No viewers just yet, but that's all good. We only turned on a couple seconds ago.
There's me. I'm watching.
Well, there's you, yeah.
I'm the one.
I don't know whether I should be happy that you're watching and that there's one person watching, or if I should be disappointed that there should be two people watching because both of us are here.
Well, we don't have it open on the other computer.
No, we don't. That's
So.
kind of intentional. Keeps the quality up. But for the moment, we get to banter back and forth for a little bit for a couple of minutes until the actual event ping goes off and people start rolling into the lobby. Aside from GM Tom, who is always here on time.
We just get to eagerly await the minute that passes until we get the official ping.
But once that ping rolls in, we're good to go.
As soon as item bot says we can go. Hey!
Hey, Wasson made it.
Just gonna bounce. Finally. Oh, and they left. Come back, friend.
Hopefully he comes back.
They're probably just like, oh, they're not playing yet. Never mind. I don't like
Well,
this
if you are
arms
watching
thing.
the stream, we will be playing any moment. Oh, there's the ping, so we are going live.
Now we go. Time to fight. Oh, Wasson is here still.
Hey, made it back. Welcome back, Wasson. Good to see you, GM Tom.
And today's theme was what? Breakable bits?
Breakable Bits.
Breakable bits. Everything's breakable.
There is something on every stage or game mode that can be broken aside from the normal gameplay.
The pillars are breakable. Hedlok is breakable. Your friends are breakable. Yay! Now we get to go in cold while on stream and be super distracted and have a difficult time focusing. Oh, that's intimidating when somebody picks it up while blocking. And then they just look at you. Oh, hey, Sora. Sorry, the video is not working. I'm hoping you at least have audio in that case. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter what I'm saying. Rash is very focused. Here, I can give you a
I'm very
play-by-play.
focused. I have to make sure I don't get
Just got-
completely wrecked by this.
He just got bird chucked in the face, frozen, lost his mask. It's okay,
Go over there, Wasson.
he's not the monkey in the middle here, so he's in a good spot.
You say that.
Well, Mechanica noticed that he was trying to get behind him.
Oh, that's gonna be painful.
Didn't concept of it either. Wasson is recklessly throwing grabs. And Raph just flexed with the rush and didn't throw it.
That is absolutely right.
It's intimidation tactics right there.
Really hoping that Wasson realizes he needs to start looking at the other
Biding his
target.
time. GM Tom is clever and
But
fast.
Wasson is not going to figure that out, and he's going to have to deal with that 1v1 and get wrecked.
Yeah, the nuance of free-for-alls can be tricky. And so
No,
is-
Wasson has been swapping back and forth. It was
Okay.
just a little bit of the gauge in the end there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're here with us, Wasson. If you are, by all means speak up. We would love to talk to you a little bit more directly.
And there's Maine. He's our backup.
Maine made it in too. Now we just have to get the people that are in voice chat on our server to also show up, but it looks like Maine might be trying to rile some of them into here.
I mean, they're still listed as playing Smash, so I don't know if they are or not. So Casual Arms does run more than just ARMS events. We also run stuff for Splatoon 2 and Smash.
Yes, we do.
And Rash can talk more about that. As I get my face beaten in on my least favorite stage. Character that I don't use very often. I like, at least my colors map. There's that. You can be visually pleased as I destroy walk into a bomb like a fool.
Alright, was just toggling a few settings there, but we are back in here now too. Ooh, that one's gonna land.
Let's see if I can't bring this back. I don't have confidence.
It's definitely possible. It is not over. In fact, you have the lead. Not the rush lead, but the HP
Here's
lead.
mine. Don't like this stage, it's scary. There's
Yeah,
nowhere
that
to
rush
go.
is also scary. Oh, that didn't hit as hard as it could have, though.
But there's a bomb.
You've still got a place to go.
Wreck me. Yep, right there. Oh, come on. I had the rush. I was hitting the button, and it wasn't good enough. Ugh. I don't like getting cornered on that stage, and the whole stage is corners.
You got to be more aggressive in there. That's
I
the only way to get out.
I'm a tiny little rivet girl with tiny hands. I can't do anything against a giant robot.
Hey, looks like Hedgie and Coco made it in here too. Good stuff.
I have to get the badge, Sora. He's giving me flack for playing Ribbon. I know you don't like Ribbon.
Oh, I see Juice in the chat.
But I want to get the badgers. I want to be an experienced ARMS player who has played all of the characters many times. I'm not disagreeing that Ribbon is worst girl. I'm just saying that I have to get the badge. I mean, I'm sure she's perfectly hygienic. She's not that gross. I want the badge, Sora. I'm gonna get the badge. Can't stop me.
Ribbon's not that gross.
Like, she looks pretty clean. Like, her colors are nice.
She seems well groomed.
Like, she's all shiny. One of the wrist grips starts just slipping up.
Yeah,
At
some of
least-
these are a little old and worn, and the
least that
locks on
wasn't
them aren't
happening.
taking.
What on earth is this loadout from Maine?
Something that Maine and I were rocking last night, actually. Oh, that's good crap.
Oh, I didn't know you were
Ah, you turned off the string man. I see how it is.
Yeah, you turned off the min-min, so I figured somebody should be here. I'll just keep them in this little corridor here. Hopefully that works.
At least for a little bit it did. We've still got the rest of the match to go, though.
Yeah, but I have significantly lower health than you do. And I'm in the red, so pay attention, please. Save me. It's just me. I think we'll be okay.
Oh, we'll see, yeah. As long as we can keep you alive and him taking damage.
I'll just...
Well, that's kind of the goal of every match in
Yeah,
ARMS,
you
isn't
know,
it?
don't die.
Deal damage while not dying. That's the way to win a match. Shiny with deceit and badness, says Sora. My goodness.
Maine says, loud noises! Ah!
It does work every time.
Yeah, just reduce their health to 0 while keeping yours above 0. Works
It's
every time.
great how that happens.
Or just make sure it's lower than yours. That's all that matters at the timeout.
All right, I'm ready for Maine to rock me here.
They were doing
He's been playing against me using this set for well, a good hour or so just in 1v1s last night.
They were doing lots of friendlies. Very interesting. I suppose that makes some deal of sense using Scorpio with the ground in on Spring Man.
Still not sure when the dragon interacts with the Scorpio.
Hey there, Goomba. Glad to see that the weather is chill enough that you can join us today.
Yeah, I asked for that one.
Made me sneaky. By sneaky, I mean waiting until you do
Very difficult to focus on this, my goodness.
Yeah. a weird set this is. Sora thinks that shields are too much of a mobility sink. You just gotta play as your character. I actually really
No, I
like
just need to actually be able to focus a
Yeah,
little bit more to be able to do something about this, but I'm not going to be able to pull that off right now on stream.
not on stream.
Because I have someone talking like 2 feet away from my head, which is
Sorry.
very difficult. No, don't be sorry. We're on stream. It's the nature of it. It just means I'm going to play like garbage compared to how I was playing last night with this set. That didn't pull it back at all. Yeah, we understand that, Sora. That's a pretty defining characteristic of you. If anything slows down your character's movement at all, bad game.
Sora is actually Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta be fast. All the time. I forget what I do with skill shot on this loadout. You have to change your name to Sonic Firestorm now. That's the rule.
Hey, welcome to the stream chat, Coco. Good to see you here.
Also, on the other side of this skill shot! Ah! That's not what I was trying to throw at all.
No, it wasn't. You were flailing about a little bit too much. They can't see you. There's no webcam.
You know, the fact that we play motion is the only reason that I would consider a webcam at all. Oh my gosh, these tiny hands. Can't hit anything. They're so tiny. Just have to hope that my friend over here is doing some work. I sure aren't.
I think you're doing plenty of work suppressing that Min Min in the corner, though.
Doesn't feel like enough.
Well, you were earlier.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate the vote of confidence.
Well, you had the lead going into the last round of targets there,
Yeah,
I
just
think.
rub it in, that's cool.
Yeah, Tom is getting a little bit of odd interactions there on his end, it looks like. Talking over in the Discord chat. But that's the nature of online play. Every once in a while you get a little one that doesn't finish. That's what I like to be able to do in a 2v2, is maneuver and pick targets of opportunity. Oh, I missed that one. That was an interesting miss. That was an interesting interaction. Thought for sure I had actually countered that one, but not so much.
Yeah, I missed the second grab.
Not sure how that one didn't get through,
I'm
to
guessing
be
that
honest.
was scrapyard shenanigans, right?
No, I think I clipped the end of his whammer.
Oh, I guessed you would have clipped the edge of the stage because it looked like you were on the corner.
The dragon would have done that, but usually the parasol makes its way around.
Parasols go on adventures during rushes. I feel like parabolas do it even more than parasols do. Because the parabola occasionally just decides to go to space during a rush.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking to me.
Who else would I be talking to?
The entire stream that's here with us.
I was talking to you because you were talking about parasols.
Well, it looks like we get to sit here and watch for a little bit. Every once in a while this happens, where the game doesn't want to put you back into another round because these 4 people were just in one a moment ago. Gives us a little bit of downtime here.
I was gonna say, Asura would say, exciting gameplay!
Ah,
Aw.
see, it figured out that
Well,
it didn't
they
want to
get
do
to
that
go.
anymore. That means they get to play instead.
That's fine, those other 2 are wrapping up right now. They're right at their time. With all due respect, no.
Well, now we've got the rest of the group here, so it'll probably start shuffling up a little bit. All right, we've got Wasson and GM Tom. I think we had this match earlier.
As a 2v2?
I think I had somebody else on my team. No, it was a free-for-all.
Yeah, you
That's
had a
what it was.
free-for-all.
That's
I was. Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I wasn't planning to do anything anyways, except get grabbed.
I was grab there. We bring a lot of accidental grabs lately.
Oh,
Take
okay.
the
Didn't
wing
land
up.
that for much, but I did land it. There we go. Getting some pressure back in there. I'll just run in for point blank. There we go. There we go. I trusted you for that one. When you see the grab coming in, and you know you wouldn't be able to stop it if it hits your teammate, so you dive into it yourself.
I already had the popper on him. This is a weird set. I just have to get used to it again.
Oh, I'm feeling the same. I have never really used much of the dragon and parasol, at least recently. So this is going to be an odd one for me to start to get a feel for again. Well, I don't know if Wasson is actually here with us in the chat, but I know they are on the server. I just pinged them earlier, and hopefully they are having a good time out here. This is their first time at an event. And if anyone out there is watching in the stream and curious, all of our events are open to the public, and anyone is free to join. Alright, I'm just going to stand here and eat combos and not do anything because I wasn't paying attention during arm selection. Not sure how that didn't get through, but it sure didn't. Single one of those grabs, unfortunately, which means that's going to be a loss.
At least it wasn't too far off. Ah, yes, as Sora points out, our friend codes are helpfully in the bottom left corner of our stream if you would like to add us and join if you happen to have arms. Oh, hey, Watson.
Oh, good to see you made it into the chat, friend. So, easy question to throw out to a new player in the group here. How long have you been playing ARMS for, friend? I know Lit and I have been playing since the game came out. We pre-ordered it and have been running it pretty much non-stop since day one. Not that that shows very well right now.
Well, we have not been streaming for nearly as long as we've been playing.
No,
so.
no, not at all. It's a very different experience out here. Which we talk about literally every stream right now.
That's true.
Let's see. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Looks like we've got a 4 for all on DNA Lab.
Wasson says, had the game pretty much since release date, but then Splatoon 2 took over my life. Yeah, we didn't get into Splatoon until December, which was mostly due to people on our server telling us it was a cool game. And then we ended up deciding to get it so we could run events through it.
People wanted to have events for Splatoon, so we said, well, that's not going to happen unless we find a way to play it. And we weren't keen on buying a game we wouldn't be able to play together without a second console, but through hosting everything here, it turns out we needed to get a second console on hand. Got that and said, hey, that was our stopping point for Splatoon. Why don't we get in on some of that too?
And then we learned Splatoon, and it's a cool game. Sora's rooting for Coco over here. I'm rooting for you if it matters.
It matters in my heart.
I always root for you. Oh, that's so intimidating. I wouldn't trust the pillar. You had complete trust in the pillar. I saw 3 grabs and I was like, eh.
I mean, I threw up the pillar and then I figured, you know what can push through that? A rush.
That'll do. That'll do.
Oh, Cocovet, you have not failed, Sora. Sora was just rooting for you, hoping for the best. If you had fun at least, or at least made like a really amusing sound when I KO'd you,
Besides,
I think that would count as a win for Sora.
Right now.
See, Sora confirmed that in the chat. I know you can't read the chat right now because you're playing, but as long as you at least make an amusing sound when you get KO'd, Sora will be happy.
That's all I can even do is make amusing sounds.
Well, you know what? That's why you're on stream.
It's not working! Give me power!
You will find power when you switch back to Kid Cobra at the end of this ARMS character cycle.
Hey, I like exploring.
No, so do I. I learned a lot of new things exploring through the roster.
I don't know why that didn't stop Commander. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that one's gonna sting a little.
Stop it with the Tri-Blast in the face. You need to... Can you don't? Stop! There's so many of them! Stop! I cannot hit with this Glusher. Have you seen how many times I've whiffed?
Yeah, I think we've all seen how many times.
Yeah.
The Glusher is somewhat
When
tricky
it
to
hits,
work with.
it feels so good.
It does. Like that felt good.
That felt good. If I'd been meaning to double punch, it would have felt really good. I'm a little shaky, honestly.
It's just nerves. It'll settle in time.
Please be enough.
That's enough. I think that's enough.
I did it!
Oh, hey! Cocovet, I'm sorry you have to deal with the stress of us talking about your match while you are playing it in a 1v1.
Alright, it's a scientific fact.
Oh!
It was so close, Coco.
It was very close.
It really was.
I can tend to read those fairly well, but that's just because a lot of my games go down to timer. I am notorious for ending games on timer and not on KOs.
I don't want to let go of this Glusher. I was having so much fun with Blorb yesterday.
Blorb is a fun arm. I use it on my Master Mummy loadout.
I was using it on Springman because I just didn't care. I was tired of Springman, but I still didn't have a badge yet. I got
That's a thing that I can punish after the fact.
Oh, that's fine. I'll go close range then.
Yep, I think that's the strat now.
Oh, my targets keep getting mixed up. I am useless this fight. I'm very sorry.
Well, if you can break this grab.
No, I can't.
Never have figured out where the parasol goes on a rush. But that's going to be pretty much the end of this round. Well, if Coco's not going to play in the 2v1, then I won't play in the 2v1 either. I got your back, Coco. I know you were scared. It's okay.
Oh, it's just you.
Yes, it is. Apologies for the brief bit of silence there. Had a little bit of an issue to wrap up on the back end in chat. That grab will definitely land.
He wanted to be so you GM Tom,
No, GM Tom knows what to do in a free-for-all after a long time of playing free-for-alls.
which occasionally involves just sitting with block for a little bit.
There we go, I'll take that trade.
Hey, thank you for the host, Goomba.
He must have grabbed the headlock. Yep, there it is.
Watch out for that bomb by your feet
Oh, I see that bomb by my feet there. I should fire. Yep,
You
okay, we
survived
got
it. It's
that.
worth it. It's fine.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to take this moment here.
Could be tricky.
Just
But
a
it's
little.
not over yet. Hey, thank you for the host, Sora. It all counts. It's engagement or whatever, right?
See if I can hold a little bit of this.
Yeah, the pillar really helps you hold out a little longer. Oh, there's a help there. Ah!
That's not going to be a thing that I'm going to make very good use of, though. Unfortunately, Tom got far more use out of that than I did, which will lock the match down. Why does nobody care about you, Sora?
Oh, Sora's platform isn't Mixer, it's Twitch. I think that's all he meant, because he hosted
Oh,
us.
yeah,
he
well,
doesn't
with you
have
hosting
anybody.
us. Well, you're hosting us with a whopping you as a viewer, which is +1.
Sora knows that people care.
Hey, Goomba, glad you could make it in here. I'm doing quite well. I hope the storm isn't giving you too much trouble down there.
I want this popper to work. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, when your teammate just pushes you the whole way over.
Did I shove you across the
No,
entire
I was
stage
watching
there?
them.
Ah, okay. I was wondering about that, because that's not something I usually do.
No, there was a Min-Min that got up and just all the way over. He was determined to stay on that inside. They can stay over there, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
There are
all
targets
right
over
with
here,
that.
and they don't have to be by them, that's fine. Ah! Holding.
Let's see what we can get here. Oh, that's a big combo from them, but they both got knocked. Unfortunately, they followed it up with another very large combo.
Yeah, I keep trying to throw my Manders across, and they're running into Rams. I'm timing my punches very poorly.
One of these days, I'll get a hold of Misango's skill shot sets again. Haven't had a good one in this in a good long while, actually. I have actually seen a fair few matches in Skillshot that came down really, really close to the wire on the scores. Every once in a while, you line one up nicely, get within maybe 100 points of each other. I've seen one within, I think, was it 50 points was the closest we saw? Somewhere in that realm, though. Don't know why it hasn't put the four of us into a match in some fashion. Yeah, there we go. Now it's starting to pair us up. All right.
The current match is all.
Yeah, well, that will happen sometimes, Goomba. Tom is a great player, and he is usually on his game by the time an event starts.
I'm not sure about this Glusher right now.
Well, then time to give something else a shot.
Alright, just punch these pillars. Good company, though. Ah! I know better than this. I still have a bunch of spring down bits. I can jump, but I'm really good. I can jump. And I have fast grabs that never land. Unless I'm against a river, in which case they land always.
Well, that's just the nature of every character ability.
Tri-Blast. I have not figured out Tri-Blast, except Max Brass on Snake Park. Oh, Jesus.
It's really tough to get through a Burchuck using lights.
No, I've got nothing on this one. I think I should just... Oh, wait. Nope.
Still in it.
There we go. I finally landed a hit.
I've seen bigger comebacks.
I'm like, you can talk still. It's fine. I'm just...
Oh, I sure can. I'm just super focused.
Why? You're not even playing. I'm playing and I'm not even focused.
Oh, I hope that would have landed for you.
No, apparently not.
Well, it did land. It just also took you a hit is all.
And it's just you.
Yes, it is. Apologies again for the moment of silence. A few issues going down in the server that needed to be addressed rapidly. They have now been addressed, and hopefully we can move on with life. As long as I can get this Mechanica more than 3 inches away from me. But sometimes you don't get that option. Sometimes you just have to deal with point-blank Mechanicas for the round. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Did Coco save my life? Coco saved me! Thank you for saving me, Coco. I threw you across the room to save you. We'll just throw that in there and accidentally interrupt my own grab. That's all for you, Coco. I owed you. I owed you 1 burned rush.
Oh, that wasn't a team match. The way you were talking, it sounded like Coco was on your
No,
team.
that was not a team match, but Coco
Oh, no.
saved me and deserved the win for
I was
it.
like,
Absolutely.
oh, Coco saved you. You guys must be in a 2v2. I wasn't even looking. Like,
You know what, Sora? That's a good idea.
man, she could just like capitalize the C's already in her name. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be really cool. I like that thought. We'll
That's what I
have
was
to
hoping
we'll have to
Becca
have
would
some
do.
talks about that and see if there's anything we can do about it.
That's what I was hoping Becca would do, is just capitalize the C's. I mean, I'm glad she didn't. It looks good that way also. But
Oh, what's Maine doing over here? Maine punching me. Punching me with things.
okay, like I've seen the fast ribbon grabs.
Oh, no. Well, there we go. That's going to just throw me across the stage. Yep, and that's... Okay, that is a fast Scully. Not unusually fast. Just good reaction time.
Oh, I'm not tracking what's happening at all.
Oh, neither am I. Don't worry.
That's okay. They
Today
are.
is a day to play like garbage on stream.
That's
That's just
fine.
the theme of the night.
It's humility, right?
It's what?
Humility. It's about humility.
Sure,
Being
yeah.
humble and acknowledging that it's really hard to play video games while streaming. Oh, Goomba is sweating and that thunderstorm's distracting you. I totally understand, Goomba. If you need to back out, that's fine. No pressure to play with us if it's not a comfortable time for you.
Do what you gotta do. Make sure you stay safe in that dangerous weather out there. We know you have a big, nasty storm coming your way today.
Yeah, thankfully all of our thunderstorms were overnight sometime, I think. I don't know, I was asleep. I sleep through anything.
I like storms.
No, they're nice. I just...
At least from like the perspective of being inside during a storm while trying to sleep, I find that a very soothing thing.
It's just rain. It's fine. Maybe a little thunder. Far off. Just like a gentle rumble. That's fine. Oh no, you didn't eat today. You gotta go eat. It's important to stay... I was gonna say hydrated, which is also important, I guess. But
Yeah, that's also important. Speaking of that, I don't think I've had anything to drink today.
you put your
I
water
should
over
fix
there,
that.
right?
Looks like we've got a small turnout today, but that's fine. We're narrowing it down to a nice, more comfortable group of friends. Oh, that looks like a skill shot with both of us right here. Gotta make sure I have what I need for that one.
I'm determined to use this popper. I should really put it down. It's not doing much for my skill shots. I don't know how to use the light arms very well in skill shots. Oh, well, you've got those. I can just fire in behind them.
At least for one wave.
See if I can get the hand in there.
Oh, boo. Did not get out of the way of that. Not sure what keeps hitting me. I'm not seeing it.
Probably rams. They've been coming in from directions. As they were wont to do. There we go. That's a big combo. That should help.
That's all I'm trying to do is set you up for some good combos.
Life is good when I can just swing a Mander over most of the stage.
I think that should set us up well.
Yeah.
There we go. I managed to block enough with those guardians to be useful.
Sora says, Rashiko is a brave boy for running double shield and skill shot.
It is a difficult thing to work, and I haven't done it in a very long time, so I'm very out of practice with it. But it can do some really strong work in there. But then again, I tend to use a lot of very unusual sets all the time, so I am pretty well known for using awkward arms to work with.
This is not where I wanted that Mander, but it's where it is. Stop it. So, we play motion, right? And I usually put curve arms on the right because my left hand is not really a hand. It's just kind of an extension of my fingers to type.
That's an interesting way to say that.
But anyway, I have a curve arm on my left hand right now, which is feeling less competent than it would on my right hand. Which is the kind of thing that if I was playing buttons wouldn't matter. But ouch, that was a lot of damage. I can't get out of this corner.
Yep, I've been tethered to it as well. That's going to be a grab.
Sorry, I couldn't get to it.
I am beyond...
I was trying to rush Coco and it was not working.
The degree to which I knew that match was over already and stopped caring.
Oh, Sora's making fun of my weak keyboard noise game. My laptop keyboard doesn't have as much clicky. If I got the mechanical keyboard that's plugged into the desktop, then you would hear all of my clicking. But
I don't know, it's not that loud of a mechanical keyboard. It has a very soft sound to it.
it's gentle. Maine says curve arms belong on the left, and I strongly disagree, because you don't have my left hand. I can put like a rang on the left, like a boomerang or a coolerang. The Manders I cannot put on the left.
You know what, I think it's time to change my character.
Oh, who are you switching to? That's a party crash set, I think. Are you prepared?
I am prepared.
Alright. Or is that not a party crash set and it was from secret Let's try this one.
This is,
instead.
believe it or not a party crash set.
Oh, okay. It looks like a. Oh, excuse me. It looks like a party crash set. Ah.
I'll take that trade any day. Oh, that is not what I wanted to have that happen. Nope, not what I wanted at all. Ah, got in under it.
Wait.
Unfortunately,
Man, my attacks are just going right through people right now. That's what it feels like.
That's gonna be lethal.
Ah. Yeah, I can't keep up with that Scully. A little too zippy. Oh, thanks for the Sparksby movie. And what appears to be a horrifying mock Pikachu sticker.
I'm trying to decipher what that is. My goodness.
It's like it's
Is it
legit
a-
a mock Pikachu. It's not actually
Is it an
Pikachu.
electrified Pikachu? Does it have a shock collar
No,
on?
it's just like a goofy little. Here, I can show you on my.
It looks like a
screen over
Pikachu
here.
with a shock collar that someone's tasing because it got too close to the presence.
I think it's actually just a funky looking creature with. Like they have a lot of things that are not actually the thing.
They
in
sure
the mixer
do.
Stickers.
I see Pikachu cruelty.
Okay. I'll put the
But I'm sure someone else can tell me what that actually is. If it's,
I don't
if
think
a
it's
thing of
anything.
some
I think
kind.
it's just a not Pikachu thing.
Ooh, boy. Alright, gotta figure out how to use Slapamanders on Ninjara in Skill Shot. Shouldn't be too hard, right?
One would think.
One would think. Occasionally.
I think regularly. At least once a day.
I try to make a habit of it. Ooh boy, I do not know what to do with these Slapamanders at all.
Yeah, it is tricky when there's a ramp flying across the world here. Let's see if I can put it down and then we'll be doing that. Oh, did we bring it back?
We did bring
got
it
it
back. Well done. And that is what a closer game of Skill Shot looks like.
A lot of back and forth.
That is not a cat, Coco. That is definitely ice cream.
Yeah, Mixer does a lot of weird things. Whenever I try to do like colon P face, it jumps right to popcorn emote. And I'm like, I understand how we got here, because all
Yeah.
the emotes have like the colon bracketing on either side, but I'm like, that's not what I wanted. So I have
I
to
used
like,
to have that trouble for a while.
Main is using this. I don't want this.
Main followed me into the Ninjara squad.
Ninjara Squad's cool. Yeah, see, exactly like that. As Kogovet clearly demonstrated right here. I'm cool.
See, Main thinks he's the cooler Ninjara with the like black and neon pink getup,
Okay,
but
we
like
talk-
nothing was cooler than Nickelodeon.
No, that is the one that is ugly, and I don't like it. All of Ninjara's other skins are heckin' cool.
Are you saying Nickelodeon was a bad network?
I'm saying that Slime Green looks bad with orange, is what I'm saying.
I think you're saying that Nickelodeon was a bad network. I'm taking issue with these
Did
statements
you know
out here.
that slime was made out of vanilla pudding? Dyed green.
I did know that once upon a time. Thank you for reminding me. I had
That's why
forgotten
they
about the
keep it.
horrendous, terrible, terrible thing that was, I believe, Double Dare. That studio was a nightmare. For anyone who remembers
Didn't
the old
grow up
show
in the
Double Dare, once upon a time, there was this wonderful contestant quiz show that ended in an obstacle course. The obstacle courses were all covered with, like, goo and foam and, well, Nickelodeon slime in a lot of cases. Fun thing about enclosed warehouses in the summer that have just been filled with dyed colored vanilla pudding, they smell really, really bad the next day. The crews that had to go in to clean them all had to go in basically like hazmat gear due to
I didn't mean to fire
just
the
the
weapon.
odor and inability to breathe in that warehouse
It's
when
so
they went to
twitchy
clean
today.
it.
Such a problem.
And that is the story of the nasty, nasty, nasty secret of Double Dare.
Smells yucky.
And that ends story time, now that the match is over.
That's why Double Dare got cancelled, probably, because it was smelly.
That is actually part of it.
Was it?
The other part of it was contestants getting injured and suing the company.
Oh, I thought I would have expected they had to sign like a waiver before being on any of those
They
shows.
did, and you know that waiver that you sign on those shows that's like you can't sue? Well, the funny thing about those is if you take them to court, you can challenge the legitimacy of your ability to sign away your right to sue. Sit down, Maine. I don't want you jumping. Okay, I mean, that's fair. You didn't jump.
I was trying to get to him. Ah! Thank you.
You are quite welcome.
Okay, camera. Alright.
Oh, I thought for sure that would land. Oh, that landed.
Oh, that landed. I'll take it.
I did not expect you to land the counter grab there.
I didn't
did
either.
not trust my teammate. That's okay because my teammate didn't trust herself.
No, I mean, I launched it. It just didn't look like it was gonna land. That's all.
There we go. We'll just finish that up with a nice Biffler stamp of approval.
Looks like Item Bot might be down for a bit of maintenance right now.
Could be.
So. Okay, Wise in here, good. I figured he would find his way in.
Let's see if we can get Wah into this chat as well. Ah, Juice made it back in!
Yay, Juice.
Hello, Juice!
Time for
Juice
some-
is an old member of the server from way back, like almost a year ago when you were participating regularly, I think. I don't know if you're listening to the stream right now, but I'm going to talk as though you are. But Juice just came back this week again after a really long hiatus, and it's been good to see a familiar name from way back. Now let's see if I can give Juice a nice, warm, blind hello. Oh, that's not going to go anywhere useful. That was a foolish rush. Everyone take note of that. That is when not to rush.
Sometimes it's a bad time to rush. But straight arm and Mander is a pretty common combination. We've got people rocking Burchocks, we've got people rocking Glove and Mander. It's a really good tool to have a curve arm and a straight arm. And both of these have really quick retraction, so it keeps the boost really aggressive here. Rash arm.
Oh, I really wanted to land that. That was a bit greedy, but I wanted it.
Ooh, and for Biffler. Knock him down.
Oh, I thought the Biffler was going to land, so I just
It's
ate that.
a little close on the range.
There we go.
Yeah,
That'll
Biffler
finish it off,
has
though.
the drooping pellets, so the bottom one doesn't go as far because it has a longer trajectory.
Yes. That's a really interesting thing about the Biffler compared to every other arm in the game, is not only does it have 3 parts to it, which the Tri-Blast, the Tri-Bolt also has, Retorture, Revolver also has, but each of the 3 shots on the Biffler not only have a different maximum range, slightly different, not a huge difference, but they also get to that range at slightly different speeds. In the vast majority of circumstances, you will never notice that difference because it tends not to matter, but it is there.
What did I do last time? Did I glusher last time? I think I glushered last time. I don't remember if it worked, but just rocking that popper. I love the popper.
I think Wa's trademark arm is definitely the popper.
Homie or popper?
I
His
think
usual combo is homie popper.
I find the popper more identifying of Wa. I could be wrong.
Well,
If
he'll
Wa's
use
in
it-
the chat, you
He'll
might
use
let
it
us know.
on
I see Wa in the
other.
chat.
He'll use the popper on basically any character.
Yeah.
I know he also likes the homie a lot, especially for his spring combo.
I know the more identifying part of Wa's conversation about arms is in regards to Homie being significantly better than Seeker.
I'm paying attention. I heard the bomb. I was like, oh, it's over there somewhere. I'm sure I'll be fine. Famous last words. This isn't going so hot.
But I do wonder, Wa, if you had to choose which was your more identifying arm of choice, what best represents you in the community, so to
Bring
speak.
it back.
Is it the popper or is it the homie?
Did we do it? We did it!
Yes, you did it.
Hey! I was like, those numbers are very close, and I don't actually know which color team I'm on.
It is the homie. Gilly is Wa, for anyone wondering there. Sorry to interrupt
Oh,
you.
no, it's
You were
fine. I
being
was just
excited
I
and
was just
squealing.
I was not creating quality content.
That is quality content. What are you talking about? All the best streamers make silly noises at all times.
I realized item
And
bot
we'll
is
just
currently
roll
down.
into the next lobby here. Looks like Maine is going to take a break and swing on out for now. Thanks for joining us, Maine. Good to have you. You know, I considered changing my arms and then got there and changed my mind. So I'm just going to stick with this.
Nah, I'm sticking with this freaking thing. I don't like it right now, but I'm sticking with it.
Looks like Racha from our Discord chat is realizing we have a stream and an event and might be swinging in for one or both of those.
Both cool things.
Alright, let's see what I can do with Wasson in a 1v1. I don't know if I've had a 1v1.
Thank you all,
Yeah, I
8 of
haven't
you
been
out
paying
there
too
who
much
are
attention.
watching. We really appreciate you hanging out. Trying to be consistent with this stream thing.
That's the hope, is every Wednesday, like clockwork.
We even had my parents tune in last week, which is cool. So they can see all the stuff I do with video games. Alright, Maine says bye. He's been playing games all day. He needs a break.
Hey,
Thanks
do your
for-
thing, man.
Thanks for hanging out. Looks like we've got a pretty stable population, so we shouldn't need an extra backup today.
And we both get rushed at the same time. That's awkward.
Sora's like, I'd be surprised if his parents watch his stream, but my parents are interested in what I do, so when I was talking about it with my dad at lunch last week, he was like, oh, send me a link, so I did.
Oh, that dragon was too early. I always forget that the dragon will not actually look up. It will look from side to side, but it will not look up on fire.
Hey, Racha, who is currently being called Rational Reindeer, which is apparently an old username of his. I'm guessing that's his secret Minecraft account.
Ooh, now we know your secrets.
So Minecraft is rad, so like, it's not a dig. I was just like, Minecraft's cool, I bet.
Oh, yeah,
Sriracha
no.
plays it.
I've been playing Minecraft since it was $5. Heck, I've been playing Minecraft since it was free, but then eventually
Yeah,
they
and then you had
charged
to
you
pay.
$5 for it. And I have only ever paid $5 for Minecraft because I've been using that same account ever since.
Yeah, Minecraft was really good about honoring their later things. Like, once you bought the game once, you kind of had it forever, which was really cool.
Yes, I have a lot of respect for well, whichever team is still in charge of
Yeah,
Minecraft.
I don't know who's
but
in
the
charge
fact
of it
that they
anymore,
carried
but-
that over from the beginning. I really can, and that's Ninjara is one of the characters that I'm probably right now I'm a little bit better with Ninjara than I am with Misango, even though Misango is my character of choice. And that's partly one of the reasons why I started playing Misango, was because Blue Mask Misango, I play in an almost identical fashion to the way I play Ninjara.
He's a zippy boy, is what he means to say.
He is a zippy boy.
Oh man, Coco with quick block.
Well, Ninjara is a zippy boy. Misango is an alacritous man.
What? Yeah, those are words. It's those college words. It took me a minute to recognize that. I was like, do I know that word? In fairness, I'm also like playing an intense round of arms here. I was just oh, I got Coco.
Hey,
that
you got the KO you were aiming
That was my
for.
goal.
Mission
I wasn't
accomplished.
taking the whole match, but
She wouldn't have tried to take you down if she didn't care, Coco. You just looked like you needed a break from that fight.
hey, maybe I
Like one
needed a friend,
big,
and maybe
juicy
I needed to
blusher.
just request the help of somebody to go down with me. Did you ever think of it that way? And I thought Coco.
I mean, I do now.
Coco took the sacrifice. See, Coco says girl power. We died together.
There you go. Does anyone remember Gushers? Is that still a thing?
What?
Do they still sell Gushers?
I think so.
Do people still like Gushers? People in chat, do any of you still
Hey,
like
kids.
Gushers?
Are gushers still cool?
If you don't know what Gushers are, let us know, and then we can talk about Gushers. And other old candies that may or may not still be in existence.
Is it a candy? I thought it was more of a fruit snack.
Are fruit snacks candies?
I don't think so. I think they're different.
Oh, I got punched out of my interrupt. Good punch block, Tom. Oh, didn't quite get there in time. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, that's a grab.
I interrupted it, but I ate 5 punches for it. Jeez.
That's fine, we're down to the 2v1. Let's see if we can pull this through. There we go. That was a close one.
I distracted him with a bomb. I made him
Very
move.
well played. I'm not sure who you are, Infinity. I believe you joined off of one of the other friends that we have in our event, and I don't think we've ever actually met. But you played well out there. It's good to see you here.
Oh no, Racha says I joined in and now I have to leave for 20 minutes for a haircut. Ah! So it wasn't a joke about your mullet earlier.
I suppose not.
Yeah, he's got to actually get a cut.
So fun facts, Racha is officially the last person I know that is still wearing a mullet. A mullet long enough, according to Racha, to drag on the floor. I'm assuming it when he's like laying down or something, but
I
still.
don't think that was a genuine description of his hair. This was
You know what, I'm just
referencing-
gonna assume that it is, because it's funnier that way.
For context, we had a chat earlier with Racha regarding long hair, just circumstantially, or coincidentally, I guess. Just for no reason at all. Non sequitur. And revolvers are not usually my go-to in skill shot. They're doing some pressure here.
A little bit, yeah. I'm feeling it. I'll take that, that's fine.
Sometimes you can take it down, it's fun.
As long as you get some targets on the way, preferably if you get a combo of at least 300, I'm willing to take a knockdown for it.
Yeah, looks like you and Racha are keeping the pace up here, though.
That is not a good knockdown, no good trade.
I still believe for now we're pulling more burst of targets here.
And
Still
that should
got
lock
it?
it down.
That should be the run. Yeah, you did it. Team Racha Rash. Rash Racha? That sounds like a disease.
Rasha?
Rasha?
Rifa? Rafa?
Racha Rash sounds like a disease, though.
Racha Rash!
Hey, Crokel's in here!
Oh my goodness! Been a long time since we've seen Crocal. I heard Crocal was getting back to playing ARMS again, so this is exciting
those
to see him in the
bounces.
match.
Wonder if he's on server. I can ping him. Ah, no.
Last
but
time I
he's
checked,
around.
he was not in the server with us, but
That's
good to
fine.
see him nonetheless.
Hey, anybody's welcome in here, so...
Absolutely.
As I keep flailing and start with the double. Alright, calm down. Ah. I was excitedly flailing, and then the match started.
They are much smaller than what you are normally used to, yes.
I'm used to Cobra hands, which is, you know,
Another
gigantic.
world.
Ugh. I just cannot hit these tiny hands. Oh, well, I think that's where it broke out.
Not quite, but moving in that direction. There it is.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, I don't think this is happening. I'm just
No,
gonna...
this one's not going to happen at this point, but we
I would
still in here.
apologize, but he's nowhere around. So, sorry, Crocal. Oh, he started
Crocal
voice
has
chat.
started voice chat.
Don't know how to get in
We
on that
don't
one.
have any sort of fancy app with which to engage with that, unfortunately.
Because we are ancient and have flip phones.
If anyone here is in touch with Crocal, by all means, point him in the direction of the stream so that we can communicate with him. We would love to get in touch with him in some fashion.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on Discord anymore. Let's see him in my...
LeFleur is also in voice chat. Hopefully,
good. Looks like
LeFleur can put the
people are getting in on
the dots together here. Yeah, that was a foolish place for me to walk. These are not arms that I am used to for skill shot, unfortunately. Oh, that I should have known there would be a teammate standing there.
Sorry.
It's all good, we're just 1,000 down. Well, that's going to be the end of the match. No way to make that gap up anymore, unfortunately.
I mean, there are ways, but not with these arms.
No, you can make up about a 1,000 point gap in 2 waves of targets, but
Or a
without 2
lockjaw.
waves of targets, you can't really pull it off.
Or a lockjaw. On a heavy.
It's not going to give you 2,000 in 1 wave. You can definitely get over 1,000 with that if you
I don't know.
get
I've
perfect
seen,
swing.
I feel like I've seen like a 1900 combo with lockjaws. If you time it and do shenanigans and have a heavy...
Maybe. That is not one that I have managed to see
Because
before.
the heavies will eat
Ah,
all
looks
of the
like we
swings.
have a full lobby. Well,
And
we're going to have to
not
figure out
really
how we
anything.
can go about
Well, it sounded like
solving
Racha
that
had
today.
to leave shortly, so we'll just leave it for now.
Alternatively, if Sora happens to be here in the event, we can make space. Oh! Did I just see space open up? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There is space for you, Cheesy. I think we just lost Infinity. We lost an infinite number of participants in one moment.
That's really surprising. I didn't realize.
Ah, I see. That is not a punch. Oh, there we go. Hi, Coco. How you doing? You're very close to me.
Ugh, everything.
How?
It's really
What?
off.
That was certainly unique. All right. Oh, I did take the shot from that. That's okay. Very small punish from it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. He smashed me right out of the air.
Ah, I was on the wrong target, unfortunately.
Okay, well, Propel's down, so it's just us two.
And a near full health Coco Man.
But it is the two of us, right? So that'll help. There we go.
See if we
Get
can
some-
even that
get
up a
some
little bit
combo
there.
Potential off.
All right, that'll smooth it back out.
It's all about teamwork.
As I express a little bit of concern, and then we juggle Coco for a good, what was it, almost 400? That was pretty close to 400 there, I think.
Coco Fett shakes fist. Dragon!
The dragon, your mortal enemy. I know you have never really much cared for my dragons, Coco, but I appreciate you sticking it out and having a good time. Ah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ninjara is so much easier to play when I am on stream. Should do this more often.
I think I might switch off of it and I'm feeling a little...
Well, let's do that for you
too
then.
twitchy for this right now. What to switch to, though? Trying to remember... I need the badges for B&B, Brass, Lola, and Tron, I think.
I smell brass. Brass with explosives. I know what that is. That's something fun.
I really like Lockjaw Kablammer, actually. It's like having straight arm and a curve arm, except they're both enormous and heavy and explode. And
So everything you could ever want
yeah,
and more.
you know, especially the
All at
Kablammer
the
when
same
it
time.
blows up my kidneys. It's cool. It's fine. I've got heavy armor. It's only 50 damage. Oh, if he's echoing, it's probably because he's picking up on my mic, and we haven't really figured out a good solution for that yet.
I sound like a very powerful being.
I mean, he also
that's
is
exciting,
a
though.
powerful being. But he's also in a match with Cheesy right now. Against Lola, which is Cheesy's main. On the Clown Zone.
Alright, Cheesy. What do you got here? Oh, you're gonna stream snipe me and figure out what arms I'm picking? Well, they didn't change, so it's everything you were looking at before.
Yeah, Mixer does have the delay such that if he wanted to, I guess he could, but I don't know what, like, 3 seconds of warning would give him that seeing your arm load out wouldn't already. Process.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
in the
that'll-
zone. Cloud zone.
Oh, that is not blockable that fast after the dash.
Very tense.
Very tense getting bashed with a bird.
Super
Very,
close
very
battle here.
tense. Close range bird rush.
Cheesy using the best Lola skin. Because Rainbow Lola is the cute one. I like it the best.
Everyone's got skin preference. I prefer having skin.
I also
Just
like
a
having
personal
the skin.
preference.
I'm a
My favorite part of
big
skin
fan.
is just having it.
Big fan of having skin. Can't really speak to the contrary, because since I haven't ever not had skin.
I don't remember a time when I didn't have skin.
I suppose
There
that's
may
fair.
have been one, but there's definitely a blank spot in my memory if there was a time
Yeah.
when I didn't have skin.
feel like that's the kind of thing you would remember. Just losing skin.
Yeah, probably.
All of the skin.
I feel like that would stand out. Either that or it would just be so bad that I'd have to forget.
It was just blanked from the memory. That's also reasonable.
Now, who else in the chat, while hearing Get in the Zone, Clown Zone, is familiar enough with AutoZone commercials to have that
I
jingle?
figured that's what that was. I said it and then realized it was probably a jingle and I should have said it differently. And I didn't feel like correcting, so it didn't get corrected. Oh, right, I'm a brass now.
You are a brass
I'm a big
now.
brass boy.
Welcome to Big Brassitude.
Big brass boy. I am color-coded red because of danger.
Oh, hi, Racha. How you doing over there?
Well, I at least hit him. Deflect. It's not going well. Everybody is fast. I am not fast.
Not sure why none of that landed, but it sure didn't.
Nothing I do is landing right now. Probably because I'm not punching very much on account of I haven't had the opportunity to punch at all. That'll help.
Yes, it will.
I landed both of them in it, and I will take it. Excuse me? Every time that happens to me, it counts as my run. I'll just be baked over here for a little bit.
Oh, now that was a close one. My goodness. If not for you landing a rush on both of them, and then I managed to follow up with it to
It was a
finish
very
off Racha.
scary time to launch my rush, because Racha had just launched his, and I was worried that the lockjaw was going to smack into his glusher.
Yep, and I think Racha is a little distressed about that, and I can understand why you would be. I would be too in your position.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you, Racha, for making us look good on stream.
Yay!
Uh,
And otherwise, you would have looked really cool on stream. And you always do look cool on stream.
oh, well, we lost Wasson there. I'm going to take a clip so that I can figure out how many points he had when he left.
Kokovet saying that people conspire against others in the Party Crash voice chats. Maybe that's
You know,
true.
that's not terribly surprising.
know.
The people that you happen to be talking to are the people that you actually... yeah, that's exactly
They bully
it.
the shy kids not in VC. Oh. Hey, man,
Well, the
I
people
don't...
you talk to are the ones that you actually kind of make friends with, and then suddenly everyone that you're not in contact with becomes the enemy.
See, bam. 470. These two right here, right now. No time to get a shield up, apparently.
Oh, that did clip me. That'll work. That's a trade worth taking. I wasn't the winner of that trade, but...
I don't know
That'll
the
work.
timing on Brass's deflect very well.
Deflect is not a timing that I have ever figured out for any
I
character.
was figuring out a little bit for Springman. I was playing a ton of Springman this week.
I figured out the trick to the Manders.
That's good.
It's not a complicated trick. It's just working the angles on them a little bit better and figuring out how to aim them. But it is a trick to it.
I went kaboom.
Oh, geez, you sure did. You went kaboom for 2,500
Well,
points
I
of
got
boom.
450 points off of 2 targets. And also hitting them a bunch of times with explosives.
You know, Racha, I am also surprised. Deflect is way easier to do than any of the garbage that I do the way that I play this game. I play this game in one of the more complicated approaches that you can take for it, in a very difficult way that is very punishing anytime that I screw it up. And I really, really could just master the ability to let go of dash and deflect an incoming arm.
No, it is difficult to let go of dash. Hold dash always. I am a Mechanica.
I suppose you could let go of jump if you landed after a long jump, still holding jump and charged from that. Does that work to people who
Yeah,
have a
that
deflect
works.
character? I think it
No,
would.
that works. It's not the common one because obviously it's the less safe option.
Oh yeah, jumping is a terrible thing to do. I do
Unless
it
you're
all
Kid
the time.
Cobra, then you jump
Unless
all
you're
the
Kid
time.
Cobra.
Just gotta jump. Jump. Just gonna eat that. Is what I'm gonna do.
See, the safest thing that I always find to do when you're not the person in the middle, aim past the person who's in the middle at the one on the opposite side.
Oh no, I usually do that. I can get grabbed in it. Oh, I'm surprised that he didn't grab me.
So you're like, this is the time to just lock and load on LeFleur, who's been sitting in the corner with Springtron, playing it safe at full hit points.
Go. Look at the floor. He was at full. Ah, the fool. He jumped.
Oh, I think he was jumping to avoid what you might have thrown. Didn't know it would be a rush, though.
No, I think he was trying to get on level ground because he was on the lower section.
Ah, that also makes sense.
He's gonna eat that in a minute. Ooh, I'll save my heavy to block all these toasters. There we go.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Uh-oh. Oh, you made it work.
I was gonna say, if I angled them. Alright, see you, Racha. Get a good haircut. Hope you like it.
Take care, man. If you've already left the lobby, we did not get to see your points. Let us know how many points that you had when you left the lobby so that way we can record them for our leaderboards. Or if somebody else happens to know, as long as someone gets in touch with us, we will have those recorded, we'll mark it down, and we'll load them up probably by the end of the night.
Yep. We usually grab screenshots at the end, but if anybody has to leave early and just lets us know, then we're glad to mark it down. Alright, I'm gonna do this double heavy thing. So, no guarantees, but I always worry about Kablama with brass.
Yeah, that'll definitely land.
Ah, crap.
Oh!
Well, you got the hit. It's
Didn't
fine.
quite get there in time to stop it.
Ah!
Oh, not quite enough damage from that hit. That's going to be really unfortunate if I take all of that. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's the follow-through.
Alright.
Alright, now we just have to have me not die during this, and we should be alright. You're welcome.
Alright, I cannot walk into your dragon beams. That would help.
Oh, it's all good. They keep going.
Figured you would follow up with that.
Oh, I know my drill. Wait until there's some chip damage on the shield so a little bit gets through, then grab.
You're the smoke screen of lockjaw explosion.
Hey, I'm a ninja. I can make it through a smoke
True.
screen.
That seems fair. Like, Ninjara literally has a degree in it. Or at least does by the end of the Grand Prix, since...
That's right. That's his graduate project,
Yeah, the
right?
Grand Prix is his final project for school, because he's in ninja college. That's where he goes to school.
I'm glad you found something that makes you truly happy in life, Cheesy. Well, this is me, so time for me to focus on getting destroyed by Wah. There we go. That's exactly
Just
what
like
I wanted
that.
to happen there.
Wow, knowing exactly how to get in your face.
Oh,
Stop
yeah, no,
those dragons. Yeah.
I unfortunately
Nah,
do
he's-
not have the tool set in order to fight Wah on equal footing right now.
No,
not with
not
my
on
Ninjara.
a tight stage like this either.
Oh no, the stage isn't the problem. Law is just very good, and I need my Guardian in order to pull off this fight, and I do not have it equipped on Ninjara right now. Yep. Good job, Law. Very well played.
I just get scared in the clown zone. I'm not afraid of clowns. I am afraid of corners.
We fell behind Crocal.
Oh
It
no.
finally happened.
Quickly to the warm-up lobby.
To the warm-up.
Look for those golden targets. Cheese it out. It's not cheesy. It's just something to do when you're not fighting. Oh, this is just me. You're not with me.
No, I'm not. You've got Cheesy on your team.
Alright, Cheesy, let's do this. Oh, Well, I don't know if Wall wants to do this. Are we doing? I don't know what we're doing.
Lit, why don't you just hold block, let them have a 1v1 on stream.
Alright,
we can watch this
you
fight
do
go
it,
down.
Cheesy.
There you go.
I'll
have
try to
at
at
you
least
two.
stay within range. Oh, I think we're just dancing right now. Cheesy doesn't know what we're doing. Alright, that's fine. We can just dance.
Cheesy may
We'll
or may
dance
not
it
be
out.
able to hear us. I think Wah can hear us because we saw him in chat earlier.
I think we're just dancing this one out.
We're just
You know,
going to dance this one out.
It's been a
This is where
while
we're at.
since I've had a good, wholesome dance session in ARMS. I didn't mean to throw that punch.
Lit just feeling a little violent, though. Cheesy's dog requires escaping the house. There we go. Of course, Cheesy can actually hear the conversation here. He's been talking in the chat. Why would I think
That's
otherwise?
fine. Well, he's gonna let his dog out, and we're just gonna dance around him as though it's a freaky ritual of some kind. It's fine. This is normal ARMS behavior. You know, there was a time when these were a wholesome thing, and then occasionally people use it to, like.
You should step
Stop
back,
that.
see if you can get Wah in the middle.
Okay.
There we go, and then you can follow behind Wah,
There
and
we
he can
go.
be tethered. Now Wah has a teammate. There we go.
Yay! Alright.
Let's see if you can just dance around him in a circle and keep the tether the whole way. That's the real trick, Wah.
It's like jump rope.
Stay on the tether.
This is the trust rush.
There's nothing that signifies friendship better in ARMS than seeing someone rush and not hit you. Looks like Crocal made a clean sweep of things, though. And I believe we still have time left for a good lobby and then one more 10 coin to follow it up with. For everyone who is still good to stick around. I see Crocal heading out, and that's fine and dandy. It was good to see you come by. If you happen to be watching this later, thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you still playing the game, man.
Yeah, it looks like he just had an error in his game, so he's back now. For Tom here.
Oh, Tom did, okay.
Yeah, Tom just had an error. Because sometimes the game just decides to take a dump and needs a break.
Yeah,
like
it
we all
happens
do.
sometimes.
We all need a break sometimes. Fear. This bird. There's a bird over there. I don't like it.
Well, you be worried about that bird. I'll be over here suffering under the rule of the Ram. Ooh, did not really get the follow through on that one. That's alright, nobody did. We'll just take a nice, basic double punch on a block to wrap it up. There we go.
I always feel uncomfortable as a brass when I have to get my charge from blocking rather than getting buffed.
You know, it's once you get into the rhythm of play in ARMS and you've done it for a long time, it's sometimes easy to forget that you can just get charge out of a block.
I mean, I play Cobra, and if you don't get some charge out of block, you don't move.
Yeah. But, you know, you tend to dash and to move so often once you've played the game for so long and gotten comfortable with the controls that you get most of your charges out of a dash or a jump land. And then eventually you block and you go, oh, geez, I can get a charge out of this again. I forgot.
See, I am scared frequently. So... Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I'll just be over here.
Slowed you in the back there. It's not my intent.
I'm gonna get grabbed. That's gonna stay.
I was on the ground or I would have stopped that.
Well, it is what it is. Oh, that was targeted on me. Oh, that was a fortunate bomb, but a very unfortunate Cryblast to follow. Does the yank? The yank gets
Yank
it.
gets it.
Oh,
Good.
that's a very, very narrow moment. Oh, I see Crocal's back. Oh my goodness, these 2v2s. We are getting some good close ones here. Well fought, both of you.
I had a very dangerous log grab. Right at the
Yes,
end
you did, I
there.
saw.
I was like, well, if this works, it'll work. If it doesn't, that's the match.
I was very worried about what Lafleur was about to do to me at that moment, and then I saw Kokovet in the corner of my vision getting grabbed and said, oh good, please pull Lafleur away from me.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Gilly. / Wah. Oh,
Good to
this
have
is-
you following us.
That got
Hopefully
weird.
we can keep you some more episodes of this coming.
It tried to put us in a 2v2 with only 3 players.
Did it? I missed that. I looked
was
away
like-
for just a moment.
And then it was like, wait. Hey, thanks for the follow, Cheesy. Remembering that you can follow. Don't forget to follow us on mixer.com/casualarms.
So, Wah, can you confirm or deny that Wah's son is or is not your son? Because we had someone in here earlier named Wah's son. Is this news to you? Did you not know you had a son? Oh, that was a foolish place to put a binder. That's a good slap. I deserved that slap.
Ah! Tried to jump. I'm on the left.
Oh, well then I'm on your right. Yeah, get notified. There we go. We've got our skill shot groove in by the end of the night.
The floor says, what's up with the speculation? They've been making wah puns back and forth for a while on the chat recently.
Oh, has it been going?
I don't know if you've been
love it.
seeing them in ARMS chat. They've been
I
doing
have
a bunch
not
of
been
those.
seeing them in the ARMS chat, but I am glad it's been happening. I put in one question about it and then stepped out.
But puns are not an unfamiliar sight in the Casual Arms Discord. Because I'm
No,
in
they're
it.
not. Because you're in it, and there are several other members of our community that have their pun game on point.
We have many clever wordsmiths, not all of which even have English as their first language.
It's very true. And yes, I definitely have started a fire and then walked away. I've done that several times in my life.
It's also how you light candles.
It is how you light candles.
mean,
I
you
also
could
start
theoretically
campfires
just-
that way.
Yeah.
Usually after starting the fire, I like to go acquire materials for s'mores. So there's a conversation. Who here likes s'mores?
Burn the marshmallow.
I don't know if we ever actually got a follow-up on the Glusher conversation, but...
Oh, the gusher. You keep saying Glusher is the arm. Gusher is the snack.
I mean, aren't they both delicious and poisonous?
No. No, they're not.
You mean I could have been eating Gushers this entire time and not died?
Yes!
Oh.
But s'mores, though. I mean, because that seems to have at least somewhat taken with the chat. As Sora cries, S'mores! Yes!
Preferred method of s'more construction. Go.
I'm telling you, you just burn the marshmallow, you listen to it sizzle for a little bit, get that nice crispy outside. Blow the fire out, 'cause it's dangerous. And then mash it between graham cracker and chocolate deliciousness. And then devour it messily, because there's no clean way to eat a s'more, really.
See, I prefer my s'mores a little bit different than that.
I'm not patient enough with marshmallows.
No, hey, it's all good.
Like, a well-toasted marshmallow is really nice, but like, if I want a s'more, it's quicker to just burn it.
I would like to leave,
Get out of
please.
that corner.
Oh,
No,
good
get a little
jump,
greedy.
Juice. Had you not taken that jump, I would have been able to knock you out of it. That is a well-placed jump. But no, I am a little bit unusual in the way that I like my s'mores. I think graham crackers are for suckers. Because you can use graham crackers, but the graham cracker is really just there to keep your hands from getting messy. If you don't worry about your hands getting messy, the real trick is to just get a slab of chocolate on both sides of a nice toasty marshmallow and just slam it right in your face, one bite.
My mouth isn't big enough for that.
Yeah, well, mine is, and I love it. It might not be for everybody, but I like chocolate, and I like the marshmallow, and I've never really been too fond of the graham cracker.
I like graham crackers, though.
I like Teddy Grahams.
I like all aspects of s'mores. This isn't gonna go anywhere. I'm thinking about s'mores instead of this match. I'm like, s'more-flavored things. Heck,
GM
last time
s'more.
I was playing ARMS at the coffee shop by my work, I was drinking a s'mores frappuccino. It's very tasty because it's full of sugar. I should know, every time GM Tom jumps, he's probably gonna rush me.
GM Tom
I've
does
said
have
this
a clear
on stream
pattern in that, yes.
several times. Resolve used to do the same thing, it's not an uncommon pattern.
The jump dash rush is a very common
Alright, that was
pattern.
confusing. But
Now, especially with Min Min, though, there's also some very practical point to that, which is the side-to-side dash in midair with Min Min just covers half the stage, so it just puts you way out of the realm of where your opponent was looking, and you can launch your rush from a relatively safe location.
and this is just you.
This is just me. There's nobody else in this match. Not Cheesy, not Tom, not my teammate Kokovet, who I deeply appreciate.
No, just you.
Oh. I guess I'll just have fun punching at imaginary targets. Shadowboxing! I got punched by my imagination. Am I doing it right? Ah, didn't quite.
Well, it's not realistic shadow boxing otherwise, right? Like, you have to be prepared to get hit a few times.
All right. Well, these are some outstanding moves from Tom that I am not comprehending at all. Completely legit. I just am not following the flow of this fight.
Yeah, Tom describes himself as an outboxer when he talks about how he plays ARMS in regards to being reactive and using Min Min's quick dash speed and long dash distance.
Things I understand conceptually. Just some of the interactions there I wasn't quite following the flow on was all.
Min Min is a sippy gal. She goes real fast, and she is real small. That's not really your language, to clarify it, though. That's
No, that's really not. I'm not sure what alien language you were speaking.
He said zippy gal and small. As Sora says, Min Min is small and fast and cute. No, we're just going double lockjaw because teeth.
Oh, that made it far enough over. Well placed block. Well placed everything, because apparently we're getting destroyed in the first half. Oh good, we turned it around.
Caught up. Excuse you, sir.
Oh, that was not a trade that I should have taken. And that's gonna be bad. That was a bad move on my part. And cost us the match. Ah, very close though.
70
Very
points
close.
is pretty darn close.
See, you were doing well.
I
Kokovet and I
didn't
were
do well
struggling.
at the start. I didn't do well at the start. That was all me, just eating poppers for days.
I see ITX made it back in here. Yet another person who has attended many of our events that we have never managed to make contact with. They actually came in through somebody else who started attending our events and was being a very poor sport and got kicked from our events.
Did we actually?
For a while, they were
suppose we-
blocked
yeah.
from our events,
Yeah.
and then we managed to make contact with them, got them back in here. But ITX came in on that wave and stuck around, and has been a generally good sport at all times. I say all times, but most times.
Sometimes you get a pairing of people that are not very nice.
No, it's all good though.
Everybody has fun in different ways, and some people have fun in ways that make everyone else not have fun. Those are not generally the kinds of people that we encourage to come here.
But that is not the case with ITX, and that is why ITX is here.
I can respond in time. I was trying. Oh, okay. I like things hit me when I'm walking.
Yeah, as Sora is explaining in chat, that was about the gist of the interactions that were going down back then.
Can you read?
But
'Cause
that
I
has
can't
since
look.
changed.
I must have died.
All right, looks like we get a nice four-way here. Let's see what goes down on this. Yeah, I'll stick with this. It's been working pretty well. Haven't pulled out the Biffler in a while, but we're not going to start now.
I was watching this and I didn't even realize that it was a 4-for-all for a minute. I was like, oh man, you better not hit floor because that means your team fate. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute,
That just
indeed.
disabled your arm. He is not a team.
No, he's not. I really...
They are not looking at Sometimes people are just oblivious.
You know what? That's just
Alright.
not how 4-for-alls should go.
No,
That is the
not
most
really.
boring way to play a 4-for-all. People love it, but boy do I hate it. That's a good reason for me to back out of that match.
But that's why it lets you. So that's cool. Yeah, some people like to just focus on one person, but I think it's more interesting to bounce between different targets.
Doesn't always work out, but that's
No,
what
but
it is.
I think it's more fun for me.
But I'm one of those people who likes to play the mode and use all the aspects of it. Now, there is legitimacy to that strategy, though. You narrow down on one person, you take them out of the match, and then you move on to the next one and hope that it leaves you in an advantageous state against that next person. Especially if the person you're fighting against feels like they're a free win for you at that time. That was
What?
curious.
Not sure about that one, but alright.
Every once in a while this does happen. Not very often. ARMS is one of the most consistent games that I've experienced with online play interactions.
Not
but
this one today.
every once in a while you get
I'm
a dose of
really
it.
off since that rush just kind of didn't. I can't focus so much. There we go. It's a tri-blast. It's supposed to just hit. Not if it's me. I don't get tri-blasts.
You just gotta work around those pillars, you'll land a few more though. Oh.
Okay.
Juice got the juice. It's true. Juice does have the juice. And that's the end of that lobby, which looks like it's bringing us to what will probably be our last lobby for the night. What time do we have on this right now? We've got about 15 minutes. We might as well roll with a 20-coin lobby here. No harm done on that. As I turn down Sora's advice and just throw it straight into the trash. No, I hit the button long before I actually noticed your comment. Yes, Sora, I will continue to ignore you and your all-caps letters that I am going to detail based on the fact that I'm looking at them. I'm well aware.
You're in a stealth
I
shot
just
right
I
now.
have to ignore
right
Sora
now,
at
please,
all times.
Please look at the screen.
I can't look at the screen when I'm busy ignoring Sora. It takes all of my concentration to ignore Sora. And to miss these targets that are straight in front of me. Dash straight into boomerangs. Slow moving ones. There we go. You can see me deftly displaying the trick that I learned, also known as missing. Missing a lot is apparently my trick. There we go, we'll take a safe half the targets. That'll keep it lined up for the finish. I feel like we saw this not too long ago.
Ah, yes, this again.
1v1.
I bet this
Tom.
will go. You know what? You know, alright, let's go this.
Good luck.
I don't know how to dodge rams. I only know how to get hit by rams or to block rams. Mostly get hit by rams.
Thank goodness for pillars.
Oh, I was trying to hit the rush. Not taking it.
That
It'll
time
take
it
there
did.
though. Ah!
That gives you a slight lead on the hit points.
Mostly. Gives me a chance to sneak in when he's not charged.
Oh, and a very close
Ugh.
match that you pulled off there.
If
Well
I could
done.
get lights on GM Tom and prevent him from charging, that's what can work. But if he's got that charge, he's a dominating force. But I hear that's very common against just about any min-min.
And I believe Tom has said that very same thing about his own playstyle before.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cheesy pulled out the mummy in the corner. I didn't get to switch in time to pull out my own mummy.
Nobody leaves Mummy in the corner.
Well, fortunately, he's right in the middle of the ring now. Right in front of me. All right. Yeah, we'll just stick with what's been working. Not sure how that one didn't land, but it didn't. That's all that matters. Ah, that's gonna sting a little bit. Bring that down to a 2v1 and see if we can't get some work out of it.
Just kidding, it's a 1v1.
1v1 it is.
That's at least still even. You've got pillars this time.
I do have pillars this time. I do like having pillars.
They're your friends.
Oh, I thought for sure that
Oh,
dragon would have
barely.
flipped. Same could have been said for his Mander, though.
Little nimble fighting here.
Oh, that's going to be me dashing right into a Slapamander. I'm just going to take that
With the
before you get a
rush.
chance to launch yours in 2 seconds there. Oof. That was a close one. Don't know if you're listening to us on stream here, Juice, but yikes. Good stuff. Alright, let's see if I can switch over to Mummy for the finisher here. You are listening! Fantastic!
I too am a big boy now.
For those who didn't see Juice comment in the chat and might be wondering how they're listening and talking, they are in our Discord chat, which is
I can post a link right now.
about to be linked in the chat. After
Ah.
this match.
No, I typed it alright.
Oh!
Fortunately, I believe our friend here is AFK. no, there he is.
Nope, they're back. All right.
I am not a deflect character.
This is very true.
I have lockjaws, but I'm not a deflect character like I was last week. Big, beefy mummy.
See, running the double heavy versus double heavy is an interesting matchup, and it is usually won by whoever times their jumps the best. It's an unusual matchup, but it's usually from that. Because if you can let someone's heavy not collide with yours, it allows you to push the entire clash fight back in their direction a little bit. And And that's the strategy that I use in those scenarios, at least if I'm double heavy with armor versus a double heavy with armor. It's two different things.
Okay, against the Springtron. I haven't been playing Mummy, I've been playing other characters. What do I do here? I like this. This is a fun. I don't expect a lot. I was kind of hoping to hit that boomerang.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I'm a big boy.
I would have been too.
I'm not ready to be a big boy right now. I'm not used to. I've been ribbon earlier today.
Yeah, this is much larger,
This is not
much
gonna
slower.
happen.
But you didn't pick Mummy because it was something that felt like a good play. You picked Mummy because it would be amusing.
I mean, I like Mummy. I'm just not in the headspace for Mummy right now.
Oh, it's all good though.
Ah, he kept the rush. That was smart.
Yes, he did. That is a play that LeFleur and most people who have played Springtron long enough to actually get a feel for Springtron's EMP will do, is grab their rush and save it, and then try and get a full charge at point blank. If someone punches early, you punish that by deflecting it. If someone punches late, well, you punish that by rushing right onto them when they try and finish you off for it. That's probably going to be... Oh, LeFleur didn't want to take it there.
I think he was nervous. I suspect he was going to go for the grab. Ah, that didn't work. I saw Wah posted a tech earlier about if Springtron is about to unleash his EMP, you can like pull your grab back with a rush, but I don't think I timed it right.
Yeah, it is definitely something that you can do.
Well, 'cause
it's a
you
little bit
can-
harder now than it used to be, because way back when, the
No,
moment you hit rush, it retracted
I'm
your arms
talking about how
immediately.
when you throw a grab, a rush will cancel your grab.
Right, but your
But
arms still have to retract.
Yeah, but that's not what I was talking about. Never
Okay,
mind.
then I
Carry
have no
on,
idea what
carry
you
on,
were talking
whatever,
about.
never
This
mind.
is some strange tech that is unfamiliar to me.
This is an old set that Rash used to use a lot, the clapback blorb.
Very old set.
It
This
is
takes
like
me
the
back.
most aggressive thing he has ever played.
It really is.
It's actually a pretty aggressive set, actually, but... Jeez, he was
Oh, I was
ready
hoping Tom would
to
back me up on
interrupt
that.
your dunk.
Oh, that's also going to land, yep.
A little unfortunate there.
Tom and I have never really had good synergy, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2v2s can be pretty tricky, especially for a mobile player like him. Because you really do gotta pay attention to where your teammates
All
go.
right, you actually managed to get that rush through. Well, there you go.
Okay, there you go. Watt explained it. He meant that the EMP has two shockwaves. One, the deflect that's right before, and then another that disables the arms. And you can rush cancel a punch or grab off of the first shockwave to prevent your arms getting disabled. I think mine was late because my arms got disabled, so... There's a video of it that he posted in our arms chat if you want to dig into
Oh,
that.
yeah, no, I understand that mechanic
Yeah.
entirely, yes.
But yeah, that's what I was referring to. Not the version 1 rush, which would immediately retract your arms, which is how I learned to use rushes defensively. And that is not a thing that you can do anymore, because now your arms have to finish actually getting back to you when you rush.
Ah, I can't jump high enough. that one will land, though.
I think we had that one in the bag, though.
And that is the other double shield strat, which is also a bit unorthodox. I
Yeah.
haven't pulled that one out in a very long time.
Clapback on skill shot is a tricky one, but I haven't figured out how to use clapbacks at all, so... I just like angling lockjaws, because you've got a lot of distance that you can get on the curve on those. The big heavy arms. As far as like post-punch curve.
Yes, yes, especially because you can launch the meatball out early and then really curve the lockjaw off just a mile to the
Yeah, it's
side
just gone.
into another zip code and just keep going.
Um,
I'm glad
I
you
haven't had to
appreciated that unique set.
we'll do this. This is a set I like. It's slow as heck. But,
Alright, that'll also land. Okay.
oh, okay.
That's gonna be a grab on me, though.
Oh, I couldn't get mine off quick enough.
That was very unique. But that's the danger of using arcing arms at close range. Sometimes they go over your intended target.
I'll eat it, it's fine. Protect.
Oh, that's gonna sting.
Oh, I got... dang it.
Oh, I almost finished him for it.
Nah, this isn't
Very,
gonna
very
happen.
close. No, you're not in a great
Well, I
position
got
for it,
Tom.
but you might. Now that you're in the 1v1, you just gotta get advantage here.
There.
That is the boldest rush that I have ever seen actually land.
I knew it was gonna go through the pillar, so I just went with it.
My goodness,
I can do
what a
comebacks
comeback.
with Mummy. I'm comfortable with Mummy. I
Good.
get to block a lot, and I am constantly in fear.
Good stuff, though, Juice. And GM Tom, who is also there. It looks like that is going to wrap up our final lobby for the event. We managed to close it off, actually, before time, which is very
Well,
cool.
no, we're 2 minutes over.
Oh, are we 2
No,
minutes
we're
over?
about on time. So.
Well, we've got different clocks looking in different places, so.
Oh, my computer clock might be running fast again.
But thank you to all of us, or all of you, for joining us for this event today. It was good to have you, friends. That marks the end of it, but I can set this lobby up to let anyone have fun who wants to keep sticking around. We, however, are going to leave. Yes, thanks to all of us here in the beautiful family that is Casual Arms. I'd like to thank you all for being a part of a good family for good fun. But with that said, you can catch us here next week, 2 hours earlier than this current moment, right when the event starts. And we will have another public event open for anyone who wants to join or to just hang out and watch with us. But until then, you all take care. We'll see you later, friends.